The rejection blade was warm when it kissed my skin. Asterisk not because it was enchanted. Asterisk because it had already been used on 3 women before me. Asterisk I stood barefoot in the moon circle, wrists bound in ceremonial silver, my white dress damp with dew and fear. The crowd surrounded us in perfect silence. Alphas, Phi envoys, elders draped in authority like armor, and him. The Alpha King, asterisk my mate by law, by fate, by the ancient pact written into our bones before any of us were born. He did not touch me. The high priest raised the blade. If the bond is false, he intoned, it will burn away. It did. Fire ripped through my chest, not outward inward, like something precious being torn out while I was still breathing. Asterisk, I gasped. The Alpha King turned his head away. Unfit. The elders declared. Asterisk the blade cut my throat not deep enough to kill, just enough to mark me as rejected. Asterisk the bond snapped, and the crowd exhaled. That was the moment I understood something important. No, one was coming to save me. They said I should be grateful. Asterisk, grateful the Alpha King had allowed the ritual to end quickly. Asterisk, grateful. My bloodline wasn't executed for wasting royal time. Grateful I was still alive. Alive meant useful. Asterisk by dusk, I was no longer a future queen. I was a commodity. Asterisk, I was sold to a border pack under the guise of service restitution. A quiet transaction sealed with wax and indifference. The Alpha King signed the decree without once meeting my eyes. Asterisk, I watched his hand move across the parchment. Asterisk that signature echoed louder in my chest than the blade ever had. I wanted to scream. Instead, I bowed. The border pack was cold in ways the capital never was. Colder air, colder smiles, colder rules. I was given no rank, no name worth remembering. They called me reject when they were kind, human filth when they were not. Asterisk, I cleaned blood from stone floors after training sessions I wasn't allowed to attend. I washed the cloaks of warriors who never thanked me. I slept beside the kennels because servants with tainted bonds didn't deserve walls. Asterisk sometimes a wolf would block my path just to see if I'd lower my head. Asterisk I always did. Asterisk not because I believed them. Because surviving humiliation is easier than surviving defiance. At night, when the pack slept, I pressed my palms to the earth. It pulsed back, slow, patient, like it recognized me. I told no one. Seasons passed. The Alpha King did not come for me. Instead, news arrived. His engagement. A Phi princess of ancient lineage, golden-haired, moon-blessed, beloved by the court. The announcement was celebrated across the territories. Fires lit. Wine flowed. Songs were sung about unity and strength. Asterisk, I scrubbed blood from the kennels while they sang. Asterisk, I learned something then? Asterisk, joy sounds very much like cruelty when you are listening from the wrong side of the door. The princess visited the border pack in spring. Asterisk, she arrived with laughter and light, her presence bending the air the way powerful Phi always did. Everyone bowed. Except me. Not because I was brave. Because I was invisible. She noticed asterisk later. I found her standing near the kennels, examining the dirt beneath her feet as if it interested her. Asterisk, you're the rejected one, she said pleasantly. I wondered where they sent you. Asterisk, her eyes flicked to my throat, to the faded scar. Asterisk, you survived, she continued. How quaint. From that day on, she watched me, asked questions that felt harmless, offered smiles that felt sharp. I learned to keep my head down and my mouth closed. Asterisk, but I listened, and the earth listened with me. I heard whispers through roots and stone, felt doors opening where none should exist. The world beneath the world stirred when she spoke certain words. Asterisk, words about gates. Asterisk, about debts. About the Alpha King's blood. They're coming tonight, she told her allies one evening, her voice carrying through the ground itself. Asterisk, the earth trembled. So did I. Asterisk, no one believed me. Asterisk, why would they? Asterisk, a rejected servant does not interrupt royal celebrations, does not accuse a future queen of treason, does not speak unless spoken to. Asterisk, but I ran. Anyway, barefoot, bleeding, desperate. The capital gates laughed me away. So I waited. Until the moon climbed high. Until the air grew thick with wrongness. I slipped through a servant passage I had once cleaned in another life. Asterisk, the throne room blazed with light and music, silk, gold, power. Asterisk, the Alpha King stood beside his fiancée. his expression carved from control and distance. I crossed the floor, knees shaking, heart screaming. I knelt before him and whispered, "Your fiancée is betraying you. They're coming tonight." He didn't look at me. "Remove her," he said calmly. The guards dragged me away as the palace began to scream. The cells beneath the capital were older than mercy. They chained me to stone and left me there while the world above burned. I felt it all, the gate tearing open, the earth screaming, the war spilling into the palace halls. Hours passed. Then footsteps. The Alpha King stood before me, blood on his armor, his control finally fractured. "You knew," he said. "Yes." "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" I laughed. It sounded broken. "I did." He freed me with shaking hands. The power between us surged, ancient, furious, undeniable. "You were never powerless," he whispered. I met his eyes. "You just never listened." Dawn broke over a ruined palace. The princess was gone. The gate sealed, the court gathered in silence. The Alpha King took my hand not as a command. As a plea. He spoke my name, my title, my truth, and bowed. The world shifted. I did not forgive him. Not yet. But when he knelt, I understood something at last. Power does not always roar. Sometimes, it endures, and waits, and rises when the world finally needs it.